Hello, I've got a very low-key gem for you guys today. I'm going to be reviewing and giving my thoughts on the irok si09 control pad. Now, this is a cloth pad that I've put a lot of hours in the past couple weeks and has really brought my love back for control pads. It's got an extra soft surface with a stitching I've not tried before. It feels really smooth, and this is very different to other control pads I've owned. Like the si09 from Attack Shark, that one feels more rough, and even by running over it I can feel the friction. With this one, it's not too noticeable until I start using my mouse and pressing into the pad. Now, the irok has a thick 5mm natural rubber base with a classic non-slip crosshatch texture. It's pretty big and pretty heavy, and it gives that squishy feel that keeps a mouse pad stable on the desk while allowing you to press your mouse in for extra control. Now, a rubber base is good, and most of the time it doesn't move off the table easily, but unlike a pour-on base like the si09 Sports, it's not too hard to peel off the desk and relies more on its weight. Now, the reason I really like this pad, and I've put in a lot of hours into it, isn't because it feels the best or even performs the best, but there's one property of this pad that has really helped me feel better in game. Now, I struggle with a lot of pressure aiming. This is when I often tense my hand in a gunfight, which I find to be my downfall a lot of the time. With mouse pads in the past, this creates inconsistent glides, where instead of being a bit smoother, my glide is more choppy and less accurate. Because of the thickness and softness of the irok, it responds directly to how hard I grip and push down during a fight. Usually on a thinner or harder pad, pushing down doesn't really do much. With this pad, however, there's a pretty deep range of compression. In other words, I can decide how much friction I want depending on how hard I press. Now, the last time is much thinner at only 3.5mm, and it's more of a performance focused hybrid control pad, which makes it faster for glides and more reactive in games like the finals. I see the irok as a great safety net, which isn't a bad thing in my opinion. I think it does a lot of things right, and it helps reduce minuscule errors in tracking, target switching, and even micro adjusting. After 3 weeks of heavy non-stop use, I'm convinced this is a great investment. It's perfect for players with jittery aim, which in my opinion, a control pad should excel at. It caters really nicely to pressure aimers like myself, helps you learn that physical sensation of locking onto a target by just slightly increasing the downward pressure. And it's also really comfortable. I can easily sink 5 hours of continuous play without any wrist fatigue. A huge plus is the fact that it's only £12 on AliExpress. The quality provides at a really good size. This is a must buy for me. Even if it's not going to be your main pad, it still has some really unique properties that a lot of control pads don't really focus on. As far as the Type 99 clone, I can definitely see what they were going for, but this mouse pad is just too heavy, and it's less focused on performance and more control in every movement you make of a mouse. Personally, I'd want to try this pad in soft or mid just to see if it could introduce more performance features that can make it a bit more balanced.